All right, let me hit you with a wild story. There was this janitor, nothing fancy, just your average blue-collar worker, who quietly saved up $8 million. Yep, you heard that right, $8 million. And when he passed away in 2014, people were shocked. How did a guy who spent his days mopping floors end up with more money than some CEOs? Well, spoiler alert, it had nothing to do with lottery tickets or a secret side hustle. Now, before you start questioning all your life choices, here's the deal. The way we think about money is just as important, maybe even more important, than how much we actually make. And that, my friends, is exactly what The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is all about. This book breaks down why some people, despite earning a fortune, end up broke, while others, like our millionaire janitor friend, build quiet wealth without anyone even noticing. And trust me, it's not about being a genius or having some secret Wall Street strategy. It's about psychology, behavior, and the weird ways our brains handle money. So, if you've ever wondered why some people can't hold on to a dime while others stack cash like it's a video game, stick around. We're diving deep into this book, chapter by chapter, to uncover the simple yet mind-blowing truths about money that school never taught us. Oh, and if you think this is just another boring finance lesson, think again. I promise. This will change the way you see money forever. Let's go. Okay, quick question. Have you ever looked at someone's spending habits and thought, what the heck are they doing? Maybe your friend drops a fortune on designer sneakers but refuses to pay for Wi-Fi, or maybe your neighbor drives a brand new car but is constantly complaining about being broke. Seems crazy, right? Well, according to The Psychology of Money, it's not. Morgan Housel's first big idea is that no one's crazy about money because everyone's financial decisions make perfect sense to them based on their life experiences. Think about it. Someone who grew up during a financial crisis might see money as something to hoard, while someone who's only seen economic booms might think investing in the next big thing is always a good idea. Here's the kicker. We judge others based on our experiences, but they're making decisions based on theirs. So that friend who refuses to invest, maybe they saw their parents lose everything in the stock market crash, the cousin who spends like there's no tomorrow. Maybe they grew up in a family where money was never an issue. Point is, no one's crazy. We're just playing different games with money. And if you don't understand the game someone else is playing, their choices will never make sense to you. So, next time you see someone making money, moves that seem wild, remember, there's a story behind it. And if you really want to get smarter with money, you got to understand your own story first. All right. Chapter 2 is where things really start heating up. We're talking about luck, risk, and the fine line between being a genius and just getting lucky. You don't want to miss this one. All right, let's talk about two things that have way more control over your financial life than you probably realize: luck and risk. Morgan Housel makes one thing clear. No matter how smart you are, success isn't just about hard work. It's also about being in the right place at the right time, making the right decisions, and sometimes just pure luck. Take Bill Gates, for example. Sure, he's a genius, but he also happened to go to one of the only high schools in the world that had a computer in the 1960s. Right place, right time. Now, imagine if he had been born 20 years earlier or in a different part of the world. Would Microsoft even exist? But here's the flip side. Just as luck plays a role in success, risk plays a role in failure. People who make bad financial decisions aren't always dumb. They might just be unlucky. The problem is, we love to give credit for success, but blame failure on bad choices, even when luck and risk were involved in both. Take the story of two investors. One hits the jackpot on a stock that skyrockets overnight and suddenly becomes a millionaire, while the other puts their money into what seemed like a solid investment, but crashes due to an unpredictable market downturn. The first guy thinks he's a genius. The second guy thinks he's an idiot. But in reality, it was luck for one and risk for the other. This is why comparing yourself to others in the world of money is a losing game. The wealthy entrepreneur who made it might have taken a huge gamble that just happened to pay off, while another equally talented person took the same risk and lost everything. You never hear about the second person, but they exist in the shadows of every success story. So what's the lesson here? Be humble about your successes, because luck probably played a part, and don't judge others too harshly for their failures. Risk is always lurking in the background. Instead of focusing on what worked for someone else, focus on what's sustainable for you. In the long run, the smartest strategy isn't chasing success based on someone else's lucky break. It's managing risk, staying in the game, and making decisions that give you the highest chance of financial survival. All right, let's play a game. Would you rather have $1 million today or a single penny that doubles every day for a month? Sounds like a trick question, right? Well, if you chose the penny, you'd have over $5 million by day 30. That's the magic of compounding. and it's the secret weapon behind every wealthy person's success. Compounding isn't just about investing, it's about everything: skills, relationships, habits. The small choices you make today snowball into massive results over time. But the catch? It takes patience. So the next time you feel like quitting, remember, compounding is slow at first, but give it time and it'll blow your mind. All right, imagine you plant a tiny seed in your backyard. You water it every day, give it sunlight, and after a few months, boom, you have a massive tree. Now imagine that tree drops more seeds, and those seeds grow into trees, and suddenly you have an entire forest without doing much else. That's how compounding works, and it's the closest thing we have to real-life magic. Morgan Housel tells us that compounding is misunderstood because people expect quick results. We love stories of overnight success. Compounding is the complete opposite. It's the slow and steady force that turns small, consistent actions into massive, long-term rewards. The problem? Most people don't have the patience to wait. Take Warren Buffett. Everyone knows he's rich, but what most people don't realize is that most of his wealth came after he turned 50. If he had started investing in his 30s instead of as a kid, he wouldn't even be in the same league. His secret? Time and patience. Letting compounding do its thing. And here's the kicker. Compounding isn't just about money. It works in every part of life. Relationships, knowledge, habits. Small, consistent efforts over time lead to huge results. There's a catch. You have to stick with it long enough to see the magic happen. The takeaway? Start now. Be consistent and let time do the heavy lifting, because the longer you wait, the harder it is to catch up. So what's the big takeaway from the psychology of money? It's that wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about mindset. Your relationship with money, your patience, your ability to control your impulses, all of that matters way more than how much you earn. If there's one thing you should remember, it's this: getting rich is one thing, but staying rich is another. And staying rich comes down to playing the long game, making smart decisions, and avoiding the biggest financial enemy, your own emotions. At the end of the day, money isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about freedom, security, and peace of mind. So whether you're just starting or you're already on your way, focus on the principles that matter: patience, consistency, and the ability to control your financial future. If this breakdown of the psychology of money made you rethink the way you see wealth, hit that like button so the algorithm knows we're onto something. And if you want more deep dives into game-changing books, make sure to subscribe. Otherwise, your Wi-Fi might mysteriously start lagging. Just saying. Drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway from the book, or let me know which book I should cover next. See you in the next video.